little Artcast here. Um, from yesterday's show, I started drawing this triptych, which was a three-part image of Slave Leia here. And in fact, what I actually ended up having to do, excuse me, stupid garbage. Bring this volume down a little bit on the music. Alright, so what I ended up having to do was redo the first panel because I wasn't really happy with the expression. Here's the original first panel. I originally thought about trying to make her a little bit more perturbed, but it ended up what I did. It stopped looking like Carrie Fisher after I started inking it. So this is an epic fail, and so I'll just be using the back of it for my acrylics, and redrew the panel to preserve that likeness. So I'm going to be coloring this today. If you haven't seen part 1, you can watch part 1 on the little archive down there, and it'll show how I sketched this out and inked it. Mainly using Copic markers for all of my coloring needs. I've also been really enjoying using these Stablio, however, fine liners. They're just really nice for doing solid color ink lines that if I need to do that, I will. For my acrylics, when I use acrylics, I use golden liquid acrylics right now. I've also used watercolor dyes and various other things, and then this is the brush that I'll be using. I'll also be using Prismacolor colored pencils. I really, really like how Prismacolor and the Copics react to each other. Again, if you haven't seen anything, this is a Yoda, which I did previously. And then last night, after this Artcast for the Slave Leia Salacious Crumb Jabba thing was done, I decided to knock out another one. So here is a Boba Fett. And had a lot of fun with this one. Wasn't too sure that the coloring would turn out, but as I kept layering and layering the marker over it, it really started to come together, and I'm pretty happy with it right now. Alright, so enough jibber jabber, let's get started on this. I'm going to be basically laying down my base colors and go from there. I like to start out with my lightest colors first, since I'll probably have a little bit of a rim light around her. I'll leave that. One of the things I really like about these Copics is that they go down pretty much just like watercolor, only they seem to be a little bit more controllable and blendable. So even if I make a mistake or what I perceive to be a mistake, I can go in and relayer them, and I don't have to worry about masking off a lot of different areas because I can pretty much just build up what I need to. There might be a little pencil lead left in there. Try to get that out. sucker's pretty much dry. Whenever I make any kind of brush stroke, I try to always be mindful of the contours of the figure or shape. Try to follow the muscles. I want to try to let the color do most of the shaping of things like the cheeks. got my 3 little red markers here. I got to make sure I don't slide down. So I'm working off camera. That's completely different. Okay, now I want to go back over that and blend some of this stuff together. This one. Give her just a little hint. It always goes on a little bit darker at first, and then you gotta wait for it to kind of dry and settle into its actual color.